What's happening, fam? Welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody's doing well. So today, I don't think I ever did an oil change video on my Ram 2500 before. So as most of you guys know on my channel who follow me, I have a 2021 Ram 2500. And I'll just try to keep this as short and sweet as possible. This bad boy takes about 12 quarts of oil with the filter, and obviously, you know, I only use the best. So I'm using the 540 full synthetics max duty protection diesel oil from AMSOIL, because obviously, as you could see, 6 times more wear protection, extreme pressure protection. It maintains proper viscosity. And guys, right now I think I went almost, I would say, close to 10,000 miles from the last oil change. Okay, and I will tell you this, not burn a drop of oil, nothing at all. And even illicit minimizes oil consumption, excels in extreme temperature, confidently extends drain intervals. And that's why I'm using it. You know, I went 10,000 miles. Even on the back of the oil, it'll tell you right here, protects up to 3 times OEM recommended service life, not to exceed 60,000 miles or 1 year, whichever comes first, in heavy duty, off duty road applications, and up to 2 times OEM recommended service life, not to exceed 25,000 miles or 1 year, whichever comes first, in turbo diesel pickups. Okay, so I could have went up to 25k miles on this thing easily, but I make it a habit, 10,000 miles, and I'm cool. This oil is freaking fantastic, and the reason why I got the 540, because we're coming like we're in not late August, we're in the middle of August right now. So in case most of you don't know, I'm sure some of you do, the 5W, that W stands for winter. This number over here, it describes the viscosity in cold temperatures. This number over here describes the viscosity in hot temperatures. That's the reason why I got the 540. So in the winter, this oil can flow really, really well, especially on super cold startups, like, you know, when you're in the single digit temperatures and whatnot, because that's what you want. Okay, and the filter I'm using, since I'm not going, you know, 20,000 miles or more, or I'm not doing extreme amounts of work with this truck, I'm using the Wix racing filters. You can get this, I'll link everything in the description so you'll be able to get it. And guys, if you want to become a preferred member where you can get 25% off your purchase on AMSOIL, I have a link in the description you can click on. You could sign up, and I think it costs you like, I think, what is it, $20 a year or something like that. And guys, you get 25% off. It's a big discount. So, you know what I mean? That's what I recommend. But anyway, so I'll use the Wix filter since I'm only going about 8 to 10,000 miles, and obviously 12 quarts of 540 diesel oil. Oh yeah. And obviously, guys, my beautiful torque wrench right here, I'll drop this in the description. Oh yeah, just picked this up. You know what? I should have picked that shit up a long time ago, but I don't know what I was doing. This thing is so beautiful. Obviously, guys, you could tell I'm a guy that likes tools. I have a lot of tools. So that's one thing about me. The tools can make a job so simple. The right tool. Oh, but anyway, guys, let's get to it real quick. And all I did was I just warmed the truck up just a little bit so the oil can flow better out of the pan. All right. All right, guys, so real simple. All you need your 8mm socket and an extension, and pretty much just take this piece off right here. You don't need to take off your whole air filter box or anything like that. And now your oil filter is literally right there. Okay, and the cool thing is, the way I put the oil filter on, okay, is where you tighten it up and then give it another quarter turn with your hand. Once the truck starts and that gasket swells, it seals the filter. So all I had to do now was come in from right under here. I don't know if you can see it right there. That's the base of the filter right there. I already broke it loose. Okay, so I'm gonna drain the oil first, then drain the filter, and that's pretty much it. Okay, so, and also what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna prime the filter before I put it back on. So I'm gonna empty, like about a treat, I can empty a quart into the filter, and then you can pull the filter out. Once you break it loose, you can pull the filter out from right over here up here. You get what I'm saying? So you minimize that spillage. All right. All right, guys. Super messy, obviously. To open this, all you need is the actual square from the 3/8 socket or an extension. I don't know if you can see this. This is it right here. Obviously the oil is freaking diesel oil, so it's going to be pretty dark. And I would highly recommend you use an extension to get it off so you have a little more torque. Okay, and then we're going to torque this down in a little bit as well. Okay, so guys, also be careful. When I was emptying this, the pan filled up tight where that's why my glove got so messed up. I actually had to plug it back up and let the container drain and then release the plug again. So be prepared for that. Otherwise, you know, I mean, you're gonna be spilling oil and shit all over the place. All right, guys, so the oil finally finished draining. I took some brake cleaner, just cleaned up around the pan. I'm gonna screw this in, okay? So now what we're gonna do is torque this down and then get the hell from under there. Once we torque this down, we don't have to come back under here again. The cool thing is and also this pan was dented before I had this truck, so, but it never, like, structurally it's fine, okay? And the oil drain plug is actually pretty damn good as well, surprisingly. All right, guys, so pretty much we're finished. Now here comes the fun part. And right on, the cool thing about AMSOIL's site, once you go on the site and you shop for your year, make, and model of your car or truck, it'll actually give you the oil, the filter that you need right there. If you need a crush washer, if you got to swap it, and it'll tell you the torque of the drain plug, which is a freaking nifty ass tool. You get what I'm saying? Let me turn this bad boy on. All right. And the cool thing about this thing, it vibrates. It makes noise and vibrates when you're at the desired torque spec. So let me set this real quick. Okay. So we're gonna be setting this to 37 pound-feet or foot-pounds. All right, here we are. Now you guys are gonna be able to hear it as well, which is actually pretty freaking awesome. That's it. Watch again. You hear the increase in the beeps and it'll actually vibrate. And we're good to go. And that's it. So now we can just add our oil. And now let me just pull out the filter real quick. All right, guys. So now that the oil is done, let's loosen this filter, which is already loose. Hopefully there's no freaking there's not much oil that's going to spill out of there, if any at all. And for the most part, the turbo wasn't that dirty as well. Got to do this with like some precision. Oop, there we go. Got to do that with some precision. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And now, if you don't, I don't know if you could see it, but the oil is literally right here. So if you tilt this the wrong way, that oil is going to spill out. Okay. All right, guys. So now that came out with ease. Now, guys, that filter holds approximately like 1 full quart. And what we're gonna do now, I'm taking some paper towel, wiping down the mounting plate here, and by wiping it down, you're also ensuring that the and make sure that spindle is also tight. And by wiping it down, you're also ensuring that the gasket comes off of that plate. But obviously we saw the gasket on the old filter. Now I just primed this one here. I put an entire quart in there, and right now it actually has the same amount when I took out the old filter as well. So you can guarantee there's at least a quart left back in the old filter. That's what you saw just now. So now I already primed this filter. I already took a little fresh oil on my index, lubricated the gasket, and now let's put that bad boy on. Hopefully it's not too the biggest thing is getting it in there and threading it on. So guys, the best way to do this is you put the filter down, let it sit there, and then you thread it from the underneath. Then you can come back on top, tighten it up, and once you get that snug up here, I'll show you what I mean. Give me a paper towel. Once you get that boy snug, now you could go from the wheel well and tighten them down even more. And you do not need to use a tool for this. You don't need to use a tool. That should be it. And tight. Because once that heat hits that and that gasket swells, that's it. No more. All right. So now the rest of this, we just got to add the rest of the oil, and that's pretty much it. All right guys, so we're finished adding oil, and so now what we're going to do is pretty much just start it, make sure the oil light goes off on the cluster, and then just look underneath the pan, look at the filter, and that's pretty much it. And then when you want to check the oil, which should be accurate, and also go to the computer and also reset your oil light as well, or your oil life back to 100. Okay, no issues there. Under here, no leaks. Filter right there, nothing going on. No issues with the pan. Not too shabby. All right guys, so to reset that oil life, go to vehicle info, like just like that, and then you go to the right or left. You can see like all the temperatures, oil pressure, boost pressure, the whole nine. And now we're gonna have oil life reset. So hold down the right button, or this button right here. Once you hold it down, ignition has to be in run. Okay. Hold it down. Now it's back to 100. That's it. All right, guys. So that's all she wrote. Once again, this takes 12 quarts of oil with the filter change. Everything is going to be linked in the description. Just remember, the oil plug takes 37 pound-feet of torque. All right. And that's pretty much it. You let the car run. While it's running for a couple minutes, check for your leaks. You can reset your lights and all of that other stuff, and then let it sit for about 30 minutes. Let all the oil drain down to the pan. It'll take its time, okay? Let it drain down to the pan and check it. But 12 quarts with, if you're changing the filter, 12 quarts will definitely be perfect. And that's it. So once again, definitely like, subscribe, comment, let me know what you think, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Everything is going to be listed in the description. Take it easy.